Originating in Slough Creek, Arnow disappeared as a yearling earlier than any other wolf in his pack before him. His pause and eagerness for the unfamiliar led him to end up in Lost River, ready to start his own path after a year alone fighting as a lone male dispersal in stranger pack territory. His goals are to kill a bull elk, a moose, and 3 pack leaders, wanting revenge for how they mistreated him during his dispersal years. He prefers foreign objects as dens, 3-star and below for his mate, and his challenges. He puts himself and his pups before his mate. He has to kill 1 coyote per attack, prioritizes sick pups over healthy pups, and he always chases dispersal pairs out of his territory, leaving your loners alone. Hello everyone, and welcome back to WolfQuest Anniversary Edition. We are in Lost River, and this wolf here is very unique and interesting. He currently finds himself chasing elk, wanting to put a hitch in his hunger after 2 days with no food. He is tired and he's hungry. He's trying to isolate one of the calves, hoping to lock his jaws on one of their frail little legs, while staying careful of the mother, knowing that she's stubborn and will protect her calf no matter what. He tries to get her to run in the opposite direction, but it doesn't work. Not yet, anyway. He's lost sight of the calf, but he quickly finds it again, locking his eyes off of it, not daring to blink or take his eyes off of this calf. He watches the elk for a moment, deciding his next move quietly. The other elk have already run off, probably regrouped somewhere over there in the distance. Now, how can he bite the elk calf again? Yes! They ran. And he narrowly avoided the mother's harsh hoofs, rain of fire. He is swift, he is agile, and he is strong. Bold as well. With all of the adrenaline surging through his veins. He doesn't even stop for a moment to catch his breath, working relentlessly to create space between the mother and her calf so he can finally get some food. He knows he's close. He's so close to killing the elk calf. He can see the panic in the elk mom's eyes, and the way she's protecting her calf, not daring to move from her for even a moment. But Arnow knows exactly what to do in a case like this. The old switch around. He's done it all by himself. First try, killed an elk calf and put an end to its life. Pride fills in his heart as he sinks his teeth into the juicy flesh of the elk calf, finally topping off his hunger after days without food. The elk calf is too much for him to eat alone, so he decides to sleep next to it, careful to not lose his carcass after all the hard work he's done. The elk soon leaves before he can even wake up again. And as the sun sets and the moon sits high in the sky above, he finds himself harassed by a bunch of dogs. Arnow is no fool. He knows he could easily beat the dogs if he uses his agility and strength against them. But there are three of them. He is outnumbered, but he will not let them take any more of his food. He killed it. It's his, and he's not going to let a bunch of runts take it from him. Definitely not some domesticated, weird dogs slaving away for their humans. He fiercely defends it, growling angrily to scare them off. As one of them leaves, he knows that they all will if he just manages to bite one of them hard enough. The dogs are making him increasingly frustrated. How dare they even attempt to steal his hard-earned carcass? Feels offended by the fact. But victorious once again, he is no longer hungry. Now for an ordinary wolf, Arnow is no ordinary wolf. He prefers the lone life. The lone wolf, the life of the lone dispersal. He loves it, lives for it. Pack life has never been much at all really in his nearest interest, which is why he dispersed as just a yearling. Even before the new generation of pups were born, he dispersed from his home pack. And now he will roam the land of Lost River, finding his own way of life, different from his parents and his own pack. He's not one for the big pack life, not even one for pack life in general. After surviving 1 year on his own, he's confident that he could do it all over again. And he could, and he knows that. He's more than aware of his own capabilities, knows when to quit and knows when not to. Having scared off mighty cougars and grizzly bears from his own carcasses as just a yearling, he's not gonna back down from just 3 dogs. The thought itself is an insult. to his name and everything he stands for. However, one thing he does not let go of, however, despite yearning for the lone wolf life, it does get, well, lonely. So he replaces the absence of the wolf with objects, preferring fake, weird, human-scented objects rather than an actual wolf. He's never been good at socializing, always being picked on or staying on by himself in the distance while all his other pup mates or litter mates would feast or play together. He would rather catch his own rabbits, his own voles, his own mice, and prey, rather than rely on his parents or siblings for food. But suddenly, in the distance, he spots the elk herd once more. But he does know that he isn't hungry, and he's not one to kill just to be cruel. So he abandons it, keeps a mental note of where they were last spotted, and just goes off to explore. After all, the world of Lost River is no picnic. It's weird and it's scary, having been abandoned by the humans that once lived here. It has now been taken over by wildlife. Houses abandoned. Wolves and coyotes, even elk and pronghorn, haunting what once used to be a lively human town. Arnow does, however, find himself quite attracted to anything human. Very attracted, in fact. Often seeking out the town every once in a while, walking down those old rough roads where cars once used to drive, and walking in and out of buildings that once used to be filled with people and laughter and children, now just abandoned for him to explore safely and without human visitors. Arnow has never personally seen a human and doesn't wish to, but he cannot deny that he does find the two-legged creatures quite fascinating. He finds the mountaintops quite amusing as well, liking the rough terrain and the way that it is so untamed. He can see an elk herd in the distance once more, can smell it even through his nostrils. But once again, he decides to leave it, something not many wolves do. Annoyed, however, by the fact that Weasel Gulch has overtaken the town, he tries one small hex at a time to weaken it, to weaken their grasp of the town, his only source of comfort in this vast, scary world of Lost River, alone and away from anything familiar. He wasn't even sure how he ended up here. Just knew that wherever his paws took him, he would follow. well, not that he had much choice, but he just thought that his parents and his pack always stayed away from this side here of Lost River, always staying away from it. And having grown up in Slough Creek, it's sort of understandable why his pack wouldn't want to go anywhere near Lost River. It's strange, it's nothing like the gorgeous meadows of Slough Creek, and it's strange. It is strange, it's very strange. Some might even call it scary or inhabitable. Arnow has always been driven by the forbidden, sneaking off during cougar attacks just to see the mighty creature. Oh boy. Three wolves against one. As much as the thought frustrates him, he decides to retreat, not wanting to give them the satisfaction of making his fur blood-stained and the ground beneath his paws crimson. So he retreats with a heavy heart, frustrated and angry that the pack wolves found him. But he will be back. Oh yes, he will. Absolutely. He will be back. He does, however, celebrate the fact that the elk herd is out of the pack territory. Still, too eager to explore, he ignores the elk herd once more. Annoyed and frustrated with how things went down with the pack wolves, he decides to lay his head on his paws in front of this here cabin. So finally he decides to rest his eyes, determined to get back at those disgusting pack wolves for overtaking what should be his. Awake the next day, awoken by the harsh light of the sun, he enters the cabin of which he has spent his night, and many before that. He leaves his dinosaur and source of comfort in the safety of this wooden building, deciding that this is risky. However, something else piques his interest. A foreign object that smells strange. Human snowshoe? The thought comes up in his head randomly. I'm not sure where he got it from, but it's as if this shoe is just one piece of a puzzle that should be solved. He leaves that too in the safety of this cabin here, hiding it under the strange materials laid on top of the wooden bed. So he sets off once more, wanting to explore. Suddenly, a thought or a scent goes straight to his brain. Female dispersals. Now, despite how much he hated pack life and thrived to live alone, he couldn't deny that the female wolf did interest him. 2 female wolves. Particular one piquing his interest. Again, not sure how to socialize. He comes off as overexcited, dare I say. But he admires the scars that one of the female dispersals carries. He decides to keep her in the back of her mind, just in case he ever encounters her again. At a weak attempt to impress the female dispersals, he attacks a group of dogs lurking nearby, wanting to steal the carcass from them. Suddenly, it's like he wants to prove himself. Wants to show the female dispersals that he's strong and can hunt for himself, and would be a good option for a potential mate. But as soon as he turns around, female dispersals seem to be leaving, still uninterested. Conflicted and confused, he decides to leave the female dispersals, trying to think of a way to perhaps impress them or get their attention. In the distance, he spots a buck mule deer, a mighty competitor and a formidable foe. He decides, for the fun of it, to try to chase it down. Not necessarily wanting to kill it, more so testing a theory. If he could catch up to a buck mule deer, surely he could kill an adult cow, elk, and possibly impress the females. But his stamina runs out faster than he thought. So, frustrated once more, he decides to steal away the gulch territory, wanting to reclaim some grasp on what feels comforting to him. Excited, he realizes that the female dispersals are answering him. They're howling back. He's so close. Oh! Just as he was about to overtake this territory, the Wench Gulch pack comes, as always, and ruins his fun. He decides to take the chance, while the pack wolves are distracted, to take over one of the hexes, working faster than ever and much faster than before. Dang it, so close. But he holds his ground in unclaimed territory. Dang. As they strengthen, he feels control slip out of his paws, just as he was getting a taste. The rain reflects his mood, annoyed, angry, frustrated even. He decides that perhaps he could be sneaky, steal it while the other wolves are busy. But once again, they find him. He decides to take a chance, attacking one of the males. He knows to intimidate the other wolves, smelling the fear radiating off of them. He watches as they all have their tails between their legs, already weakened and injured from pack life and territory ruling. He sinks his jaws once more. This is his territory now, and he fiercely will defend it. He watches with great satisfaction as the pack wolves run away, pained and scared from this weird dispersal. However, Arnow knows that this is just the start. He will reclaim back the town of Lost River, and he will fiercely defend it from other wolves. But suddenly, a thought hits him. Perhaps he wouldn't have to fight off all those wolves alone. But the thought disappears just as quickly as it had appeared in the first place. What kind of a weird thought is that? He's never thought like that before, but he couldn't deny that it did make sense. One wolf, him, against 3 wolves, he scared them all off. Easily. But he could only imagine what 2 wolves would do, including him. He's not too sure about the thought, but he isn't completely refusing it either. He sees some new female dispersals, impressed by one of their coats. Seeing this female, he thinks back on the thought of having 2 wolves, like an alliance of sorts. maybe if he tried really hard to socialize and make an impression on her. But she doesn't seem to care, doesn't even seem to be responding. This frustrates him, and he chases her away from his carcass. He wasn't gonna let her eat. No. This was his hard-earned carcass after all. But as he watches as the dispersal runs off once again in the distance, intimidated by this weird male wolf, growling and acting aggressive, a thought hits him. Maybe he could try socializing with them. But he's already done that, and the female dispersal ran off. As he sort of pouts to himself, he decides to seek shelter beneath this tree, gathering his thoughts until he finally decides to rest his eyes, figuring that sleep would clear all of this up for him by morning.